Okay. Well, guys, it's finally time for the big one. Man, this one is late. It's finally time to count down the top 5 best and worst movies of 2015. You know the rules by now, so enough stalling. I kept you waiting long enough. First, let's go over the worst. This movie isn't necessarily bad, but if taken seriously, it could be really insulting to an entire group of people. That movie is GBF. This movie isn't completely bad. It's just hilariously bad on all the stupid stereotypes of popular girls, popular boys, geeky nerds, and of course, gay people. I don't mind a movie that helps us accept gays, but most of them are extremely gay, and I mean Family Guy gay. And the worst part is that the other kids treat gay people like objects to fight for, and they don't really get the message at the end. If you don't watch a better movie that delves into this topic, watch Magic Mike. Despite my complaints, this movie isn't completely awful. I can't say the same for the next 4 movies on this list. This is by far one of the worst horror adaptations out there that is absolutely tedious to watch, and it's known by a single word, Carrie. I know reboots and readaptations can be really good, but that's not the case for 2013 adaptation of Carrie. It's like they took Carrie and added material from the shitty high school dramas. That's all this is. The torture is simply too over the top and seems unrealistic. The characters are completely downgraded and simplified, and the story is all over the place with an ending that will make Carrie fans go blind with rage. It doesn't even feel scary at all. It's just one sloppy remade teen drama horror movie that should be thrown out and forgotten. When I literally sat in theaters and watched this, I was so bored out of my mind that I wanted to leave 45 minutes in. That's how bad top 5 is. Top 5 is one of those movies where there is little to no plot at all. Not to mention that there is nothing but complete bullshit. All this movie is trying to do is boost Chris Rock's ego and failing miserably. The story is just about him being the star in show business. That's it. There's nothing funny, there's no conflict, it's just him trying to be a comedian. Even though in reality, he is just terrible. I was bored out of my mind while watching this. I didn't even know how this is even greenlit. It's a movie where nothing happens from beginning to end, and if anything, nearly destroys Rock's career, or at least it should. Don't watch it, it's boring as hell. I literally have no words for this. This movie does not make any sense whatsoever. I know it's a low budget film, but that does not give them the excuse of not trying. This movie is just awful. Terrible. It's real surprised when Left Behind is released in the same year in 2014, and Beyond is still worse. This movie isn't good enough for theaters, Netflix, or TV. This movie is a sci-fi about aliens, but for some reason they made it extremely boring. No joke. How did they do it? Well, for starters, there are no aliens in the movie. At all. The closest thing we get to aliens in the movie is glitch footage and an alien spaceship in the air. That's it. The description of the movie says there's supposed to be aliens in it, and they aren't there. It's like in a Predator movie without the fucking Predator. But no, that's not what the movie's about. You wanna know what this movie is about? Talking. Just talking. It's just about one of those couples in the past and the future bantering all the time about pointless shit. The only thing you mention aliens like 3 times in the whole movie, and the climax doesn't even involve aliens. It's just about this apocalypse romance story that is completely boring from beginning to end. And the ending fucking sucks too. There's nothing of interest in this movie. Just stay away from this. Beyond is garbage. Enough said. And now, it's time for the big one. The movie that makes top 5 and beyond look like movies of the year by comparison. So let's dive into the shit. The worst movie of 2015 is... Remember when I mentioned that Don John is the worst movie of 2014? Inappropriate Comedy is so much worse. This movie is like Robot Chicken, where it has just skits, but the skits here are some of the worst skits ever made. I can't even classify this as comedy. It's anti-comedy. This movie can kill a person. No joke. They got all these famous actors like Adrian Brody, Rob Schneider, and Michelle Rodriguez to be in this. Did they even know what they were signing into? My god! And the segments? Oh yeah, people definitely remember segments like Flirty Harry, Black Ass, The Porno Review, and The Amazing Racist. Oh yeah! Fuck this. Not to mention that the movie is gory and disgusting. I thought this was a horror film, because I literally was screaming at all the horrific scenes here, like The Amazing Racist making racial jokes at Asians and Jews, random dudes waving their dicks in the air all the time in Black Ass, and in The Porno Review, a critic masturbating in his movie seat. I came so close to throwing up. It is a legal means of torture. This movie is less than an hour and a half long, and it feels so much longer watching it. Don't watch it. Don't see the poster. Don't even fucking talk about it. Hell, on Rotten Tomatoes, it says a score of 0. Fucking 0. It's worse than movie 43. No joke. If you want to live longer in life, do not watch this movie. Ever. This is not one of the worst movies of 2015. This is the worst movie I've seen, period. No question. I feel sorry for those poor actors in this movie. This movie is going to be stuck with them for the rest of their lives until they die. In fact, the writers should give anyone who watched this movie a public apology for releasing this shitty atrocity. This movie gives failure a bad name. There are absolutely no words to describe how bad this movie is. I have nearly given up faith in humanity after watching this. Don't watch this movie. Trust me, you will thank me later on.